hopefully this is better.
Hey, everyone. It's Dr. Naomi Wolf again live, and I have a new fantastic special guest, someone I always love to talk to, someone from whom I've learned so much, and that is Dr. Hadar Elbaz. Welcome, Dr. Elbaz.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wolf. It's great being here again.
Well, it's always so enlightening to speak with you, and this woman is so highly credentialed, will blow your mind. Originally from Israel, Dr. Elbaz finished her military service there and then moved to New York and attended Hunter College to study nursing. There, she realized her calling was holistic healing. She went on to complete a master's, as one does, in traditional Chinese medicine at Pacific College of Oriental Medicine in San Diego in 2006. But that's not all. She took her education further, graduating as a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine from Pacific College of Oriental Medicine in April 2017. She's so passionate and knowledgeable about functional medicine. And this is an approach that focuses on endocrine disorders such as thyroid, adrenals, and hormone balance, GI issues such as leaky gut, food allergies and sensitivities, and the immune system, and how all these interact with the environment and our bodies. She's also committed to helping others with detoxifying the body from toxicity of heavy metals and chemicals found in food, water, vaccines, and the environment. She utilizes nutrition, herbs, supplements, and acupuncture injections to help facilitate pathways for effective cleansing and detox. By using specific lab testing and treatment programs, it helps her get to the root cause of what's keeping us from feeling and looking our best. And you've got to see on twc.health the pictures of Dr. Elbaz. I will try to get these positioned correctly for our camera. She's a triathlete, an Ironman triathlete, and double bronze Olympian in the Jewish Olympics. Because it's lucky that I have a pretty secure sense of self, because otherwise speaking to you would make me feel like I had been a couch potato my whole life, Dr. Elbaz.
No, nothing at all like that.
It's fine. It's inspiring. Well,
Thank you.
we only have you till 12:45, and we're a little late starting due to me. So let's get right to what I know our audience and I really need to know about. Dr. Elbaz, I have the best intentions, but I really went crazy over the holidays. And I, did, usually I don't eat sugar. I ate a young lady I won't mention, who is an incredible Christmas cookie baker, sent a box of Christmas cookies. All of them were different. How do you say no to that? And my husband makes a fantastic organic eggnog with, bourbon, but it is eggnog or rum. And I've just gotten into the habit of, having a glass of wine. I really got into finding out about different varietals and trying to learn how to taste wine. But also, it's a glass of alcohol every night. Sometimes too, when there was a party, and I feel it, right? I feel more depressed, lower energy. Certainly, I see it in my appearance. I literally, there was a point, and I posted about this, and I promise I'll stop talking in a minute, but people are joining us just now. They're all dealing with the same thing. I took a train for 4 days across the country and ate nothing but processed foods, didn't see the sun. I literally aged 10 years. I feel like I'm bouncing back.
Look at, first of all, you look beautiful.
Thank you. There's a lot of light on my face, but you should have seen me when I got off the train. I didn't post a picture because it was so scary. The point is, the things that you and your colleagues say about our aging and our health and our immune system relating directly to our food and what we drink and our environment, I witnessed it in real time. So my real question to you is, what are you telling your clients or your
Patience.
patients about detoxification? I know we've talked about that in the past, but especially in the wake of intense overindulgence over the holidays. And also, talk to me about alcohol. I don't think I have a problem, but I think I'm getting into a habit.
Yeah. Wow. So happy New Year to anyone joining us, everyone joining us. So first of all, I like to detox regularly. I like to detox daily, even if I
Wow.
indulge a little. And I'll tell you what my indulgement is because I'm plant-based. I don't like sugar. My only sugar would really be dark chocolate, which is not really bad sugar. It's actually good resveratrol and polyphenols and good antioxidants. But I always like to detox regularly because for me, it's a lifestyle.
Mm.
But for anyone, and we all drink a little too much over the holidays, we all indulge a little too much, and we want to have fun, and that's perfectly fine. Balance is key. You want to make sure you nourish your soul and nourish your heart, and it nourishes your body at the same time, but then we pay the price a little later.
You do.
So what I recommend for anyone who has been indulging and anyone who loves to drink a little too much is definitely do a little cleanse, a little reset. It's the new year, new you, new start, new beginning, new reset, right? So I always like to start with a little reset. And a lot of people are doing dry January, meaning no alcohol in January. I'm guilty. I haven't done that yet. I've done that in the past, but I don't drink much. But if I do have a beverage, sometimes I like a glass of organic red wine if I'm home, or kombucha beer, which
Oh, kombucha beer. I heard of
which
that.
kombucha. There's different kinds of kombucha beer. So it's the probiotic, so it's fermented, and it's a little alcoholic, so it gives you the little just good feeling, but
Nice.
and it's good for you. It's not bad, right? As long as it's got not too much sugar.
Where do you find that?
Whole
I,
Foods, actually.
no
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
Sure. Top of my list now. Go ahead.
If you really want to cut out alcohol, I recommend going dry January. So what I like to do is drink tea, and I make my own herbal teas. I don't buy tea bags. I if I have a tea bag, it's green tea or black tea, usually green tea. But I always drink herbal teas, and I have fresh rosemary from the yard, and I buy sage and mint, and I just make literally hot water, and that's it, and the herbs. And I
Oh,
drink it throughout the day and in the evening because it's very soothing, it's very cleansing, it's inflammatory, it's good for your kidneys, diuretic. Sage is diuretic, which is great. So it flushes out toxins as well at the same time as it's soothing you.
can I jump in there, Dr.
Yeah,
Hadar? Could you give me that recipe again? And are they fresh
yes,
herbs or dried herbs? And what are the
yeah.
proportions? And
I'll bring it into the camera, but I just got to go get it if you'd like me to. But
I love
fresh,
that. We
yeah,
like keep
yeah.
talking.
Let me
Great.
go get it. Sure.
People who have followed me and my health journey, and my, which began from realizing that the FDA is not protecting us and that there's nothing keeping us safe in the allopathic medical pharmaceutical stream, and that it was up to us to rediscover natural healing and natural remedies. Ooh, so
So this
yeah,
is rosemary from literally our backyard.
but you're located somewhere this can grow in the winter, right?
Yeah, so I'm in Florida. I'm in South Florida, and I'm on the beach. So I'm on the intracoastal. So we have the intracoastal side, which is where I get it from. My neighbors, they all grow it, all the herbs, but I go and collect a bunch. They actually gave this to me yesterday, and I
Wow.
put it in water and I drink it. I put it in hot water when I make tea. I literally put it in my cup or whatever. I forget what you call
Like a
those.
thermos, a flask.
Um, oh my gosh, what do you call them?
Stanley Cup. Tagidi Bivrit.
I can't remember in Hebrew or in English. I'll tell you in a second. It's a Yeti.
A Yeti. Okay.
A Yeti.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So
And
it doesn't get cold, and I literally drink it overnight as well. I leave it by my bed, and I drink it. I refresh it the next day, and I drink it.
can
So
you slow down just a bit? So you take some live,
I have the herbs in here, and I
which we
take
organic,
sage,
right? Also fresh. All right.
fresh, and mint,
Oh my
and or
goodness.
whatever herbs you like. You can
Right.
do other herbs as well. But mint is actually great for cooling and cleansing. It's if anyone runs hot, mint is very cooling. Great for hot flashes, ladies. Great to cool you down. So and great for fevers, whatever. But mint is great.
Amazing.
Um, so I usually just do rosemary and sage, and sometimes I would add mint.
So
So
you don't even boil it or simmer it. You just pour the hot water right in
I
the
pour
Yeti.
it in hot water and I let it sit for a bit, and I obviously let it cool down a little so I don't get burned. But I keep it, and you can literally use it for 2 days and
And
just
so
add hot
that's
water.
amazing. And so you don't even need to strain it because the Yeti.
No, you don't want to strain it. You want to keep it as strong as possible. It's
Wow.
really nice.
Simple, so lovely.
Yeah,
And
so we're Moroccans, right? I grew up in Israel, but we're Moroccans, and Moroccan tea is literally a lot of herbs. All you do is herbs. They add a lot of sugar, but I don't add sugar because I don't like it sweet. So if you want to really do it well, don't add sugar. So I do the herbs.
sorry, Dr. Hadar, is Moroccan tea, which anyone who's visited Morocco or Israel and hung out with the North African community knows is amazing. My sister-in-law is Moroccan, and
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I should correct that. We'll hear about it. My sister-in-law is Egyptian, and
Oh,
uh,
okay. Yeah.
but she has that Sephardic delicious foods and beverages
Mhm.
tradition.
Mhm.
But when I go to the Middle East, I have that tea, and what is notable about it is the fresh sprigs of mint,
Yeah.
and it's so delicious. But I guess my question to you is that a whole different tea tradition? Is it supposed to be medicinal as well as social and
Yes,
delicious?
exactly. So growing up, my grandma, Zichronha Livracha, used to always say, drink rosemary, rosemary, rosemary. It's good for infections, it's good for inflammation, good for your skin,
Wow.
good for your heart, good for everything. I
Wow.
started drinking rosemary, and at home, this is what we do. In Israel, we do more herbs even because we have more herbs growing in the yard. I wish I could grow it here, like za'atar and different and mint, different lemon or like
Lemon,
different herbs that are phenomenal.
lemongrass, is that what you're talking about?
Limonite, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of a lemon herb in and
Okay.
Sheba. I'm sure you know what Sheba is, and
I
I
do.
don't know where I can find that here. It's very bitter. So good. But every herb has a medicinal property to it, which is
Wow.
phenomenal. So this is what I usually drink throughout the day and the evening. And if I want to have a glass of wine, if I go out, whatever I do. But for January, if you want to really dry January, do herbs, do tea, do sparkling water. If you don't like tea, sparkling water, add lime or lemon. And always start the day with lemon or lime water. This is the best way to really start the day by cleansing. It's not coffee, it's lemon or lime, fresh water, right?
To
So
squeeze.
squeeze. Yeah. So I always start my day with fresh squeezed lime. I like lime better than lemon, easier in digestion as well, more alkaline. And that helps your body alkalize and flush. So
Mhm.
that's a great way to start your day with cleansing. Um, to continue cleansing, you really want to also exercise daily and sweat daily. So sweating daily, get sunshine, go to the beach, go to the ocean, swim, bike, run, lift, yoga, whatever floats your boat, you do. Whatever makes you happy and whatever makes you sweat. And if you can't work out or if you don't like whatever, go to the sauna,
Mhm.
right? Sweat. Make sure you sweat.
Interesting.
Sweating is cleansing. And make
Mhm.
sure you also have a bowel movement every day. If you're not pooping, you're not cleansing. Bottom line, right?
You have been very brave in discussing the pooping issue in
You
public
have to.
if
You
it's
have to.
your health, right?
And eat your green leafy vegetables, right? Green leafies are very cleansing. For example, dandelion greens. I love dandelions, my main green herb. Also, collard green,
Mm.
very much green leafies. They're good in fiber, folate. They're easier to digest than kale or spinach, right? So I like those green leafies, and I like arugula is nice also. Herbs like cilantro, parsley, dill. I like to add those herbs.
Are
Certain
they
herbs, tomato.
detoxifiers though? Cilantro and parsley and dill.
Yeah, I love those
I
personally.
mean, are they good for detoxification specifically?
Yes, cilantro is a great heavy metal detoxifier as well. So, and parsley is great for your kidneys. And if you have any kidney stones or any, and this is not a medical advice,
Mhm.
but if anyone wants to flush their kidneys more and diuretic better, you can boil parsley and drink the water.
Oh my goodness. And do you mean like just any normal American parsley or Italian parsley? Is there a specific
Italian
parsley?
parsley, Israeli parsley, Argentine. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Israel parsley. Just
Whatever you find at the grocery store, ideally
yeah,
organic, right? Although I
correct.
can't always.
Ideally organic. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Um,
Wow. So you just boil it for how long? And then you
if
strain it into
someone wants to drink the parsley, but I eat it in my food, I
I see.
cut the parsley and the cilantro and the herbs into my green salad, and I add avocado, olive oil, apple cider vinegar, Himalayan salt, pepper, whatever, and that's the veggies that I usually would eat. Right, sweet potatoes, all those things.
So
Um,
can I just jump in right there with a follow-up question about cooking?
mhm.
So
Yes.
I confess, like, you have a quality that just makes me share all of my, naughty secrets with you, or like shameful
Mhm.
habits. So one of them is I get intimidated by leafy green vegetables. And what I
Right.
mean by that is, and I'm sure I speak for a lot of people, I have the best intentions in the world, but when I'm in the grocery store and I look at these giant, bundles of kale, or these, gigantic rhubarbs, or these collard greens, or even, dandelion greens, I think, how will I cook that? I'm not really good at cooking it. When I try to cook it, it tastes disgusting.
I eat
Uh,
it raw, raw,
Sorry?
raw. I eat it raw.
But that's revolting, Dr. Hadar.
No,
Like,
so collard
how
green, I eat raw. Chard, I eat raw. I eat all these greens, broccoli, I eat them all raw. All
how
raw. I
you've
never
got to
cook
know
it.
your secret. I would get such a stomach ache, and it wouldn't be
Really? So you really have to get used to it. I'm used to raw. My body loves raw veggies. And when your body is cleaner and it's used to eating the hard raw green leafies, no problem.
okay.
If you're eating a
Really,
lot of cooked foods, then you got to little by little introduce raw
right.
slowly and drink some warm tea so it's not too cold in your system.
Wow. All right. So literally, and you eat the stems, those rough stems of the chard and
I
the.
eat it all.
Oh my God. All right. I'm impressed. You
Yeah.
dress it, or you literally just eat it like a rabbit with no
No,
dressing?
I'm not. I don't eat it like a rabbit. I do have a limit. I do dress it. I make a great dressing with apple cider vinegar, olive oil, Himalayan sea salt, um, black pepper, and what else?
What
Liquid aminos, coconut aminos, or something
else?
like that as well. So I add a bunch of stuff to it. Yeah, it is really. You can add some honey to make it a little sweeter and nicer, and it comes out delicious. My salads are.
Well, I will have to try that. I will. Do you grate it at least? It grate
I just chop it
Just
small.
it's
Yeah,
small.
yeah, yeah,
So let me talk now for a minute
yeah.
about something Israelis do that I
Mhm.
was so impressed by. They will start their day with a salad,
Yeah,
and it's not
correct.
a off-putting kind of lettuce salad. It's
Right.
a right.
Cucumber, tomatoes. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Can you talk
exactly.
about that? Because I feel like with that knowledge, and I've seen my relative who's Israeli just whip these up, right? And I
Mhm.
don't have the knife skills, but I feel like that's so profound, because if you're starting your day with a beautiful, fresh Israeli salad, you can add the herbs, you can add
Right.
various things. Talk about that.
Yeah, so think about it. When in America, unfortunately, the standard American diet is very sad. Standard American diet, literally sad, because they literally eat a diet heavy in meats and fats and sugars, all refined, all processed, and they don't have enough fresh food, right? So in Israel and anywhere, in Greece, in Italy, in Mediterranean Sea, anywhere you go in the Mediterranean or um, any of these areas, and some places in Europe, but you have fresh food in the morning, fresh vegetables, fresh fruit. You want to always start your day with fresh food and fresh fruit because you want to start your day cleansing. You don't
Wow.
want to load it up with, I see a lot of people eat ham or meat or potatoes, and I'm like, why would you start your day when you're supposed to cleanse with such a heavy um, artery, blocking meal? Why don't you start with lemon water, tea, fresh fruit, fresh greens, fresh salad? Israelis know how to do it the right way, obviously. And I recommend doing that because it's much healthier. It's easier to digest. Again, when you wake up in the morning, your digestive system should be empty. And you want to go to the bathroom, you want to empty, and you want to really start it fresh and not loaded up with toxicity and foods that are heavy and fat and fried and seed oils and things that are going to sit in your intestines for hours or days and putrefy and just cause havoc, right?
God.
You
You're
want to
just
make sure you started cleansing. So I always start my day with fruit. And
interesting.
then I always have greens and smoothies and green leafies and, sometimes wild fish in the afternoon or evening and sweet potatoes and beans, seeds, nuts, whatever. But
Wow.
most plants, yeah. Yeah.
So you don't eat meat at all?
No, I haven't.
I
Mm-mm.
think you've pointed that out to me before. So again, a dumb question, but
No
I
dump.
can be intimidated. Thank you. I can be intimidated by, cucumbers and tomatoes that are uncut in my fridge first thing in the morning. So is there some knack that Israelis have of, like, do you scrape them? How do you cut them in chunks? Do I need a recipe? Like, what's the
No,
method?
simple. Buy it organic if you can. Wash it well. Some Israelis peel the cucumbers. I never do because I buy organic. Um, and I buy small tomatoes, not the cherry ones, but I buy organic small ones that are sweet and delicious. If I buy tomatoes, it has to be in season. And I always try to buy fruit and veggies in season. In Israel, it's all in season because they don't grow things that are not in season. You'll see it. And just wash it well, cut it small, literally chop it small, the Israeli way. Smaller, the better. Add some mint. The mint in it is going to make it delicious. Some cilantro if you like. If you don't like cilantro, do mint, do parsley. If you like onions, go for it. If it's too harsh for you to digest, don't do it. Or scallions or whatever you like. Add olive oil, a bunch of sea salt, Himalayan, not regular table, not good for you. You want to use the Himalayan, which has the minerals, right?
Whoa.
And the lower sodium and higher potassium minerals, electrolytes. So, and black pepper, like I said, the olive oil, the salt, the lemon, fresh lemon juice also in the salad. Lots of fresh lemon or lime. That's what makes it so delicious also.
Tangy. And sometimes they add feta. Do you do that? Or
Yeah,
olives?
I don't do that, but they do. Which is nice. It's delicious, but I personally don't buy feta or use feta, but
Right.
nice.
And some will add black olives in my memory.
Yes, I love olives. I add olives to everything except
Wow.
for granola.
Right. Well, that is inspiring. I have to
So
say, go out
that's
and
diet. I do want to talk about supplements as well at some when we get to it for detox, and we'll get to it.
absolutely. But I can also see as you're describing it that putting all that fiber and fresh vegetables in your system first thing in the morning would be
Cleanse,
wiser to
right?
cleanse than not,
Right.
especially compared with the average like American bacon and eggs,
Yes,
mashed,
right.
home
Exactly.
fries. Oh
Exactly.
my gosh, what are we doing to our insides? How do
Not
you, right? How do you know when a patient of yours needs an intestinal cleanse? What symptoms do they have?
okay. So yeah, so we can talk about the supplements, the regular supplements for liver, gallbladder, just regular cleansing, and parasite cleansing and gut health. So
Okay.
if you're a human, if you have pulse, you have parasite, period.
Yeah.
I know it sounds scary, especially if you eat pork or raw meat or raw fish, you're gonna have parasites.
That's why the Hebrew Bible said don't eat pork. I mean, apart from
One
the
of the many reasons, but it's not kosher, it's not clean, it's the dirtiest animal, it's the cutest animal to have alive roaming around and making funny noises, but I wouldn't eat it.
because of
Yeah,
the parasites.
it has a lot of parasites. It's
Oh
one
my
of the things
God.
that it has. It carries a lot.
Oh,
Fish as well. So I
I,
recommend doing a parasite cleanse a few times a year, like 3 to 4 times a year, do a parasite cleanse. And I do have some products and I can read some of the herbs that we use for parasite cleanse. And
you want to
with
know,
yeah,
right?
intestinal cleanse, parasite cleanse will behoove everyone. Why? Most people are feeling bloated, gassy, constipated, or diarrhea, have acid reflux, have digestive issues. I want to know one person who doesn't have any digestive issues. That would be like incredible. But most people do. And when my patients, when I ask, how often do you go to the bathroom? Oh, I'm regular. What's regular? Oh, I go a few times a week. No, 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 no. That's not regular. Regular
Okay,
is every day, once to
that's
twice
not
a day.
they can't think that's normal. They
Some
think
people do. Some people do because that's their habit. They've used to it. They've been used to it all their life.
yeah,
Doesn't mean it's good at
right,
all. You
right,
want to go every day. Ideally, you go when we wake up, right?
yeah.
That's the best. And in the evening if you can. But if not, once a day at least is great. So if you're bloated, if you have any digestive issues, if you have anxiety, if you have skin issues, if you have cancer, God forbid, if you have nodules, if you have um, brain fog, there's so many symptoms that parasites can actually manifest in your body as, and most people will have no idea that it's actually parasitic infection related. So they would try every medication on earth, but they will never look at the gut. And the
Oh,
gut is going to be the root of all these problems. So I recommend doing a parasite cleanse, and certain herbs that you can use. For example, is berberine and barberry and artemisia and black walnut and um, fulvic and humic acid
oh, I
and
ordered that.
yeah, I
So,
love and binders. And so you want to kill and you want to bind it out, right? And you want to poop it out.
so again, jumping in with method, because people are listening to this going, that sounds great, but how do I do it? So I've got some
You
Artemisia.
book an appointment. Yeah.
Oh, you book an appointment with you?
You want to book
Okay,
and you
that's
want
fine.
to send
Got
you links
to do it.
and yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
Okay. And they do that through twc.health or through your own?
or my private or, my online. Yeah, either one, twc.health. I've been waiting to do online consults there. We're still waiting for that. But I do have my own private, my Instagram is dr.hadarsofia,
Right.
dr.hadar, Sophia, or the Vibrant Glow, which is my website, the Vibrant Glow. But if anyone Googles Dr. Hadar Sophia Elbaz, they will find and they can reach out. And in my bio, I have literally links for parasite cleanses. Um,
Oh,
yeah, so it's in my bio as well. But
wow.
recommending doing it the right way. You don't want to half-ass a parasite cleanse or any
Right.
cleanses. You want to do it right to make sure you're getting it the right way done, right?
How do you make sure that a patient gets the supplements that you need them to? Do you overnight them or do you mail them? And then you track the patient through distance
Yeah,
consultation?
so once they order it, they should get an email of shipping and they should get it, once they deliver. I always tell them, message me if you have questions. All the instructions are on there. But again, it's all in my bio. My link tree has it, all the information. Don't just Google online and do parasite cleanse. What can I do? Always consult a practitioner. You want to do it the right way.
And how do you,
to
sorry, sorry, Dr. Hadar, I spoke over you. What were you saying at the end?
Oh, no, nothing. That's okay. Go ahead.
Well, how do you know it's successful?
You feel better. So not to be graphic, but since we are humans, and I want to be as honest and as down to earth so people know, hey, I do that too. I do it myself because I had horrific anxiety attacks where I almost fainted a few times, right? This is how bad it was. One of the reasons why I have a service dog as well is because when you have horrible anxiety and panic attack and you're dizzy and you're driving, that's not going to end well, or whatever you're doing, right? So when I started doing parasite cleanse and I have seen tapeworms come out, it's disgusting. Sorry, TMI, but they are there. And then you feel lighter, you feel better, you feel brighter, you don't feel anxious anymore, you feel so much better. You're doing something right. And when you do those parasite cleanse, even if you don't see something comes out, you're gonna still benefit from that.
So people in this modern era have tapeworms?
Oh, they have all kinds of worms. There's many different types of parasites. This is just one. Yeah.
How do you, I always associate that with unfiltered water in the developing world.
You can get it unfiltered waters, raw food, raw veggies. I have eaten broccoli before where I've seen worms on that stuff and I was like, what the hell? I've seen worms in raw food and I've seen worms in fish. And I've bought fish and I got really sick, even though it's wild, because of worms. And believe me, they are in our food and you won't see them oftentimes. You should go with a magnifying glass. They're in snacks. I've seen it. Oh, it's disgusting. I've seen it in Doritos under
worms in Doritos.
Oh, I've seen it under a microscope. All these things you can see the little ones running around, and it's absolutely disgusting. I've seen it online where literally they take it under microscopes and even McDonald's fries and things like that. You don't eat that stuff. Eat clean. And when you do, wash it. And when you do, still do a parasite cleanse because they are everywhere, even in the soil, in our animals.
Right. Oh, that's right.
I give her ivermectin. Yeah. And I'm pointing because she's literally laying right there.
But yeah, she's cute. What a good girl. We have a dog too. And I mean, God knows what he brings into the house from
exactly. Right.
Outside and sniffing the butts of other dogs, which I don't even want to think about. But that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. I clean her paws. I put essential oils on her coat that are, anti-bugs and stuff. She gets all the treatments and the spoiling treatments. But yeah. But you want to make sure you take care of yourself.
Killing the worms treatments.
Yep. Of course.
Oh my God. I have to ask, what essential oils should people put on their pets to try to keep?
Yeah. So I make, I do blend with cedarwood, rosemary oil, Remember
Mm.
that rosemary? I actually have essential oils, rosemary, cedarwood, lavender. Sometimes I would add a drop of peppermint, just a little bit, or lemon, but usually just the three that I mentioned with some carrier oil or water. She loves it. As soon as I
Wow.
come to her with that, she lays down and she like, pet me,
That's
massage me.
That's so great. All right, so we do the parasite cleanse after we consult with you, and then we feel so much better.
Yeah.
We
You
change
can
our
just
eating
send me
habits.
instructions and I'll send you a link for the parasites, so for the cleanse. You don't even have to book a consultation if you don't want to, but if you do, you can. And
I
by
should
the way,
I should do that. I should do a real-time parasite cleanse with
I'll
Dr.
send you
Hadar.
links. Yeah, for sure.
Although that would mean talking about poop to my audience, which I don't think I can go that far.
Everyone wants to know. Everyone actually does want to hear that stuff. And actually, if you have the live audience, is anyone on there asking any questions? Because I'm curious, because I always get asked, like, people want to hear that stuff. And those who don't, if you care about your health, you want to talk poo in a way, because
We
if
can
you're not
I'll find a way to talk about it. I can
we can
talk.
talk about it on a different show if you like, but I want to also bring up the vitamins that you can use for detoxing from heavy metals and
Yes.
liver cleansing and different things. But yeah.
Okay, we only have a few minutes left because you have a hard stop at 12:45, right? There are some comments. Sean Rhodes says, I've been open water swimming in 65 Fahrenheit water, Pensacola, Florida. It's so refreshing, but I feel I need to gain some fat to keep warm. What would be a good BMI to stay healthy but warm? That's a good question. And he
Great
also
question.
adds, in person, before you answer that, eat kimchi, drink kombucha, good probiotics in there, also yogurt, raw apple cider vinegar, all good.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
what about that BMI for
Super.
keeping warm in the cool water?
Yeah, so I'm a swimmer. I'm a triathlete. I swim in the ocean too. I actually just came out of the ocean. I swam in the pool and then I jumped in the ocean, but the water was cold. So I can only imagine north how cold it is. To get fat on your body, you definitely want to have more good fats. Olive oil, avocados, eat an avocado a day at least. Do a ton of olive oil in your food. Coconut oil. You can do avocado oil as well. Sweet potatoes, proper protein, healthy protein, right? If you do meat, do wild meat, do grass fed. If you do wild fish, if you do fish, do wild fish if you can. So add the good fats from the fish, from the actual food. Do beans, nuts, carbohydrates. Do a complex food. Like, I don't know what you're eating, but you definitely want to add more fat in your diet, and you definitely want to wear a wetsuit when you're in the ocean this time of the year. It's cold. It's cold here in Florida, in South Florida as well right now. The water is cold. It's refreshing. It's chilly. When I lived in California and I used to do Ironman and swimming and open ocean swimming, I used to always wear a wetsuit, and it was bloody cold nevertheless, even with the wetsuit. So, add fats to your diet, add good carbohydrates, good proteins, and don't be afraid of seeds and nuts as well. Walnuts are great, and they're great for your brain. Pistachios also will help you sleep better.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Cashews, you can make raw vegan cheesecakes with that, and you can eat that. You can sprout it. There's so much you can do, but eat your seeds as well. Pumpkin seeds are also, by the way, great for parasites.
Oh, interesting. I just got a bunch of pumpkin seeds. I'm gonna.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to eat the seeds, the nuts, the beans, the good fats, the avocados, the olive oils, the sweet potatoes, the carbohydrates, the meats, the stuff. Yeah. Eat.
Um,
Be afraid.
Thanks for the comment, Sean. And let me, we don't have more comments right now in the chat, but I do want to hear from people. Do you want me to do Dr. Hadar's parasite cleanse and report in real time to you? Let me know. I think I'm just going to have to do it.
I do. Yes.
Find a way to report, general results without grossing out. Tell us what our last few minutes, because we only have 4 minutes till it's 12:45. Tell us what you want us to know, Dr. Hadar, additionally about supplements and detoxification.
So I also like to do regular detoxification. Like I said, throughout the year, I don't just wait once a year for detox and dry January. I do things regularly on a daily basis. So I always do high dosages of vitamin C, liposomal if possible. But if you really want, to cleanse your liver, you want to do NAC, which is N-acetyl-L-cysteine, vitamin C, glutathione, which is the master of all antioxidants, right? You want to do methionine, choline, taurine, oxbile, artichoke, L-methionine, like I said, B12, methylated B12, B9, folate, never folic acid, folate. The B vitamins in general, molybdenum, I can never say it right, zinc, vitamin D3, K2, glutamine.
How do you get all of that into your body? I mean, that's like
I
20.
actually do use, and I have that in my bio too, a detox packets,
Wow.
detoxification support packets, which I take every day regularly,
Wow.
because the skies are sprayed, the environment is toxic, the water, no matter, even if I drink my reverse osmosis, who knows, the foods that I eat, maybe the wine that I drink, who knows, right? I always like to take care of the liver, and also iodine. Iodine
Is
is
it
another,
your product or is it TWC who's
and then
making
TWC spike support. This is my own product. This is also in my bio. And speaking of TWC, you definitely want to do their spike support. So whether you're jabbed or not, and I do that regularly. I'm not jabbed, but why I love this, because everyone who has been jabbed does shed, unfortunately, spike protein, and it does affect us, and it has affected us. Everyone has been affected, whether they know it or not. If you're a female, your menstrual cycle has been affected, possibly. Mine has, I know that. So I love the nattokinase in here, but I also love the combination with dandelion greens. And if you eat dandelions, and if you don't, take it in a supplement. And this one has the dandelion with the nattokinase, which is great synergistic to help detach the spike protein from your cells. And now it also has irisimos, which is iodine.
Wonderful.
Which is excellent. And if you're a woman, even if you're a man, it's good for breast health. Iodine is not just good for your thyroid, it's good for breast health. And speaking of thyroid, and we can have another show about that, to really take care of your thyroid, you want to cleanse your liver, because conversion of T4 to T3, which is the active thyroid hormone, happens in the liver.
Wow.
And if your thyroid is not functioning well, your liver is not functioning well. So you always want to cleanse your liver to help your thyroid. You always want to take iodine to help your thyroid and your breast health and prevent from radiation. I mean, there's so much we can talk about that stuff.
Dr. Hadar, a beloved relative of mine, I promise this is our last question, was diagnosed with advanced breast cancer. Would spike support and be useful for her and safe for her if I were to give it to her?
Yes. Again, this is not a medical diagnosis. This is not a medical advice here. But spike support will definitely help. I think, again, I don't know her background, her history, whether she has been jabbed or not. I recommend that for anyone, to be honest. I love this. Again, this is not a medical advice. So if you have questions, I do love that. And you can get that on TWC, your link. I'm sure you have one. So get that. We also have new products with TWC and Bison Trifecta.
My husband's obsessed with the Bison Trifecta.
Love it. I am plant-based and I take it. Wow. And my dog. We love it.
I always know the days that Brian has taken his Bison Trifecta because he has 10 times the energy.
Exactly. And because the trifecta has the liver, the heart, and the kidney. And guess what? It's going to build your blood, detox your liver, help your heart health, your energy, your mitochondria, your kidneys. And your kidneys are the yin and yang. They're going to boost your chi, your jing, your libido.
I didn't want to say that on camera, but like literally, it's like,
Right, exactly.
It's theoretically very powerful and immediate.
It's very powerful, very powerful.
Well, you've been awesome. I have some thanks to our sponsors to read. So if you need to go, I can say goodbye to you and take you off.
I can hang out for just a couple more minutes if you'd like.
Oh, well, okay. I'm just thanking the Wellness Company and Natural Disasters Are the New Reality folks. From the Maui fires to Hurricane Helene, we are seeing catastrophic disasters take out entire towns in 24 hours with minimal warning. Lack of basic resources. We're wired to think it won't happen here. And then right away, you're in survival mode. And poor Florida has been through that. North Carolina has been through it. We're braced for it here in New York State. Be prepared in advance. That's your best defense against the unexpected. We can't rely on our government. The Wellness Company's emergency kits completely remove the gatekeeper and subside panic by providing you with a personalized mini pharmacy in the convenience of your own home. Bacterial infections, staph, bite wounds, UTIs, strep throat, respiratory illnesses. You no longer have to be at the mercy of someone else to help you. And we have used tick bites, UTIs, infections, we have used this kit that we keep in our home. You keep a fire extinguisher handy in case of a fire. It's a good idea to have some basic medicines in a safe place in case you need them. Same mindset. Getting an emergency kit is fully digital, all from the convenience of your couch. You fill out an intake form, a pharmacist reviews and approves it, and then you receive the kits in 2 weeks. The medical board approved guidebook crafted by our beloved friend, Dr. Peter McCullough, tells you exactly what to do. This is preparedness simplified. Invest in your family's self-managed insurance plan. Visit dailyclouthealth.com and use code dailyclout and save 10% and get free shipping. USA residents only. And where can people find you, Dr. Hadar? I'm going to say goodbye to you after that because I have 2 more to read.
Yes. So Instagram, so dr.hadarsofia, and I'll write it in the chat so you can post it.
Thank you.
dr.hadarsofia, and that's my Instagram. Again, twc.health. You can find me on there as well. And The Vibrant Glow. Vibrant Glow, which is what I do a lot of inside out. And I'm working on my skin product. It's pre-launched. It's in testing right now. So it's going to be a phenomenal one. We can talk about that a little down the road. And yeah, that's going to be exciting as well.
As always, so exciting to talk to you, Dr. Hadar. I'll let you go, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, Dr. Naomi. I love being here. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everyone. That was so exciting. And we also want to thank Birch Gold and direct you to them. Increased tariffs on our trade partners, tax cuts and regulation changes. Gold is a viable diversification tactic now more than ever. Birch Gold, the only gold company Brian and I trust, is releasing their, quote, ultimate guide for gold in the Trump era with a foreword by Donald Trump Jr. So we remain nonpartisan, but that's really interesting that the president's son is endorsing this. To get your free copy, along with Birch Gold's free information kit on gold, text my name or our name, Daily Clout, to the number 989898. The national debt keeps increasing. Our interest payments on the national debt keep increasing. Gold is still your hedge against a weakened dollar. And Birch Gold is still the company Brian and I trust to help you convert an existing IRA or 401k or savings, in our case, to a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Text Daily Clout to 989898 for your free copy of the Ultimate Guide for Gold in the Trump Era. There's no obligation, just information. An A+ rating. I love these people. From the Better Business Bureau, countless 5-star reviews, and thousands of happy customers. You too can trust Birch Gold. And again, text Daily Clout to the number 989898 today. It's such a relief to me that Brian and I put some of our savings in a Birch Gold account. They're so easy to work with. And I just literally watch the chaos and craziness of politics and the economy with a sense that we will ride it out. Lastly, Native Path. And this relates directly to the detox that we were talking about. Most people know that staying hydrated is essential to nearly every bodily function, but 3/4 of us still don't consume enough fluid every day. And as we age, natural body changes make staying hydrated even harder, especially without additives or excess sugars. So Native Path comes in with extra help. Native Path's Hydrate is not just another drink mix. It's a thoughtfully designed formula packed with BCAAs and all 9 amino acids to help with muscle recovery and overall vitality. I drink it every morning. My favorite flavor is berry, followed by tangerine. Totally sugar-free, 100% natural. With their Native Hydrate product, you can fuel your body with essential electrolytes at the cellular level, and you'll feel more energy right away. Unlike other hydration drink mixes that are designed for marathon runners and have up to 1,000 milligrams of sodium, Native Hydrate contains just 230 milligrams of sodium for optimal hydration. Free of artificial flavors, sugars, and dyes, only 5 calories a serving, And right now you can get up to 44% off just for being a listener of our show. Every order comes with a 365-day money-back guarantee, 2 free gifts, which are actually awesome. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but we use ours every day, plus free shipping. Visit nativehydrate.com/dailyclout to see what Native Hydrate can do for your health. Again, that is nativehydrate.com/dailyclout. And join us in January, all of January. Emerald and I and the other Daily Clout commentators are doing the Native Path Collagen Challenge. So we're going to take their collagen product every day as well as their hydrate product, and you can see for yourself whether we look less tired, more energetic, more hydrated. Collagen is good for every organ in the body. It's good for all your connective tissue. I have mobility issues. When I take my collagen, it makes such a difference. So join us for that collagen challenge as well. Again, that's nativehydrate.com/dailyclout, and see you soon. Thank you for joining me. Support us on Daily Clout, support me on Outspoken, and thank you to all our sponsors. Bye-bye.